how many kills you're going to get with the Hunter's Fury, I'm going to pick Esperanza.
Ignite the squad, and we are finally ready to get underway. G2 kicking off on their map choice, which will be Ascent, popping themselves on the attacking side, and of course, on the other side, F4Q coming on the defensive side. Let's see what Bunny can bring. The man demands attention. I have to keep my eyes peeled towards his achievements here.
And straight away, actually, G2 going to be gifted a lot of space. At least the Boombot going to give away some information here of keloqz whereabouts, but there's only one player noted. F4Q going to hold strong right now with 3 players committed towards A. Actually ready for this crunch. The nade going to force him away there. Mixwell don't actually think got close enough to find the information there, but the alarm bot, on the other hand, will give away mid.
Okay, G2 testing the waters. Slowly but surely they've held both extremities. They're not allowing defensive side information to trickle through without being potentially contested, but it does slow down the pace slightly. We're at 50 seconds now.
Yeah, and it's Colomens has been posted up here. He's been given nothing. Nothing has been shown, at least towards A main. Looks like G2 can try and swing all the way through here. Zumba to hold down from Dice initially. No information off that flash though, Lauren.
No, but here comes the hit, and already you can see keloqz is on side, back of the gen, already looking to do some work here. Bunny though, there he is! That's the Bunny just bounding on through that everyone wanted to see, but there is still a Vova, there is still keloqz. The two that we've also highlighted can be big game changers, but Bunny's on 10 HP. Wall in the way, he can't quite make it round past that. Vova, 24 HP, looking for that next maybe step forward. Spike to hand, 13 seconds. Spike going down. They have no idea there's all 3 heaven. Now they know. keloqz knows a whole lot more. He does get himself to safety, falls away, banks on Vova to have his back. No more bullets to play with. Hits the reload, hits the shot. And now 1 more to go. It's G2 with the first. Early shake off that land nerves, those jitters.
Pistol round 4K, big tick in the box for G2 right now. keloqz hopefully going to get that. It's going to be the wind in his sails and potentially carry that through to the next few rounds. F4Q going to throw a couple of sheriffs into this and it's scattered utility. Again, G2 slow in approach. Gonna send out some feelers here. The turret actually going to spot out keloqz, at least initially. Spectre from this range. Very difficult to deal with it, as you can see, but might even find the kill onto Athena. Nothing just yet, though. Spike does make its way towards B main, so I think they want to pile on the pressure here.
But I like that they're still being held top mid. They're still holding the push over towards A. They're trying to play actually pretty well-rounded Valorant at the moment. And look, we've all criticized G2 in the past. Many a moons ago, different roster ago. Do they have that depth? We're still learning about this look of G2. This was a dream run to get them to this point. Surprised many. So we have to see how this looks. And I'm looking at F4Q. Where do they find that space? Right now, keloqz is feeling it. He's got that hot hand coming in now. Perfect time to keep building confidence.
That first player is not actually going to draw anybody away from A site because it's 4 players here committed for F4Q. Mixwell will find Athena. Bunny now trying to get something done with the paint shells.
Comfy.
30 seconds left.
A bit of a desperation swing through the door there, and G2 just comfortably cleaning this one up. Esperanza has to respect the flash, but information given across. keloqz going to spot him out as well. It's whether or not you can do any damage here. Actually, from range, still going to get the better of keloqz.
Yeah, and it's wait and see. I mean, G2 right now keeping it very clean. I was waiting for. I've been told. Look, we've had.
I've heard rumors.
Yeah, that rumor being paper thin telling us. He's like, okay, look out for this guy and what he does. Here's a couple of ideas. keloqz gets away actually unscathed. So, not bad investment of utility so far.
Well, I like this as well. I think actually F4Q are reading exactly what we're talking about. They're challenging this orb, not necessarily so much on the B side, but here on A main at least. The paint shells, the gravity well invested, just to make it more difficult for keloqz to get his Blade Storm out. You see, and actually might even consider backing all the way off and picking up the orb on B.
I like this though, get a little bit of attention towards A, early contact, swing back in towards B, but there is utility here. So we have to see how this works out. Reyna towards back of Boathouse. You still have Athena waiting close by, and here we go. Seeker's going in, this will be burst, but let's see how that utility works. So far, keloqz does get a little isolated, but that's fine. He seems happy to keep himself alive here. No one finding a challenge just yet. They are weathering the storm until now. There it is. keloqz finds the opener, backside 5k. Only the 1k for now, and G2 have swarmed it and actually have taken it quite comfortably.
Yeah, we'll get themselves one upgrade as well. It's actually, just as he picked up the Vandal there, Bunny going to find that one. So brings it to a 3v3 here. See if actually Bunny can get anything else done on the way in. No, Revolver's going to shut down the first door, the second as well. Esperanza falls.
Zumba, you know where maybe one is. You can hazard a guess at the second, and there it is. Shut out, shut down. That's a boss.
It's the biggest tell that G2 can receive.
Bunny to be maybe a difference maker here. could do with, they just need something. They need to make a little bit of impact, I feel, even just for their own mental game right now, because it feels very clean. And keloqz, he's just untamable, even catching the observers out, and that's a rarity because we have the likes of Yeti, Sapphire, and Prius, the God Squad coming out. If you know, you know. For now, though, we look at what really they have to work with here. Again, Bunny not given many chances, that early look, but instantly Aldrone comes out. It's never easy. There's nothing gifted. There's no mistakes being made by G2 right now.
You see, actually, F4Q going to send a couple more bodies towards a full killjoy set up here in terms of utility as well. Armbot is going to be set up in front of Bunny, but again, last time, G2 were able to creep up, pretty much got into A main for free, and it's looking like another pretty late hit in the round. Again, it wasn't comfortable in terms of on the way in, but one thing we've talked about with G2 is how rocky things have been in the post plant for them, on the Sent in particular. But
I get nervous with anti-ecos running late in the round.
Exactly.
I understand why you do it to cross all the markers off, and so far it's fine. None of those issues came through in the end. You know, Bunny could have become a factor, and maybe, you know, the tags coming in between the Sheriffs and the Marshal, but it wasn't to be. For now, this is okay. Nuki, let's see if you get timed. He's fine. Nuki's golden. And yeah, we're down to just Esperanza now. And again, look at this. Look at the discipline from G2. No one's giving them free chances. That's a banger of a shot, but it's instantly shut down.
direction they're going, who's where, and actually getting full control of that site.
And we go again. No ops coming out. Ult-wise, 5k. On the other side, I guess, of Vova. Progression. Coming back around for Mixwell. He's loving this. And patience being shown by G2. We did see that aggression towards A in the prior buy round, so it does look like that mid attention now is being toyed with G2. And we can see a little bit of a fight on the extremity this time. First time we're seeing 5k kind of lean out a little bit for it here as well. Bunny, similar scenes, but that one's worked perfectly for him. Happy to find a Vova. That will now force G2's hand slightly. Yeah,
I'm loving this. Actually, the first time we've really seen an adjustment from F4Q, and Bunny looking to get pretty proactive solo as well. He's got nobody out there. He's finding a 1v1, and I think that's actually the information that G2 have given him a couple of rounds now. That's maybe a weak spot. Actually, he's got to be careful here. Showstopper available, but not necessarily wanting to invest that just yet.
Look how little control they've got. No one by tree, no one on short. This is just suffocating towards that A site right now.
Yeah, there's almost no get out of jail free card here, and actually going to get revealed as well. Zumba. You find Nuki on the way in. We'll find another one as well. The showstopper gets popped. Goes through, no damage done, but it's just keloqz and Coldamenta now.
If Coldamenta get enough attention, be enough of a problem, he can't be Bunny's founding. This is brilliant work, but keloqz, how big can you go? Not enough this round. Two that he picked up was a difference maker. Bear in mind, Bunny was low HP. They had completely had tree open. That could have been something different, but for now, Bunny jump spotting out towards kind of mid, has a little bit of a looks. Falls away from it, but once again, trying to show a little bit of strength over towards the B halls, pushing up here, but G2 this time committing further towards mid, and it looks like keloqz wants to go deeper on this one this time.
Indeed, as he's going to get all the way through market here. Actually, Athena going to get spotted out. A little bit of a miscalculation there with a dash, but to come through, G2 actually find a 2-for-1 on the way in.
Esperanza's on an island, and he's just been drowned off it. Mixwell finds him for free almost here, as Bunny is just late to the party. Where's Zunba in this as well? He's deep in towards CT. This was lost by the timing that came out. You saw the keloqz just pushed and pushed and pushed, just almost jumping the gap, and as I said, Esperanza had no time to do anything.
This is another round where, you know, those previous fact finders where G2 have pushed it forward a little bit further and further each round now, and now they're ready to just catch F4Q completely off guard. Bunny now 30 HP. Last one standing, and again, all the success from that previous round now effectively written off.
I think, again, you talk momentum-wise, great work there. keloqz?
I'm seeing a judge back on Bunny here. Actually, elsewhere, Athena actually just got a sheriff, so a bit of a scrappy investment at least. Not sure what's left in the tank outside of this. Hunter's Fury available for them. Athena one away from the lockdown as well. See how G2 approach this, because this is the first time they've not really shown anything towards B main. Actually, Bunny gets caught there over actually with the pinch. Yeah,
look at the pacing and the pressure coming out from G2 here. This is still great. Zumba's been found, so they know the dice is clear. 5k is not too far away, but there's still keloqz to keep him locked in. There's no easy way back through. Hunter's Fury gonna come out. Does it do much? keloqz in the meantime trying to get some pressure. Great flash in. Mixwell does him dirty. 5k had no chance, and there's that combo, that 1-2 punch we want to see build between them and Esperanza. Couldn't do much about
finding entries and also punishing F4Q when they're out of position, right? When G2 can isolate a player, keloqz is the one to close that gap.
again. Has to have full faith that Mixwell's setting him into motion too when it's time to go, and he has been. And now, starting to work through. There's that close flash, gets no one. Looking towards stairs, double stacked up, and they have a little bit of potential. 3 players there. That's a rifle he'd love to have. Nookie, death from above. Oh, it's clean. F4Q, how did this map sit for them? Was this high up in their played pool? Was this something that was, we know this is a G2 choice here. So again, for me, how much were they depending? Excuse me? I did not know we were hitting the Xantares peaks, the Ferrari peaks already this early, but back up we go. You're going to have a whole lot of ults rolling around that G2 side, so they'll be fine to at least get that res back up here. But first blood finally drawn for F4Q.
Yeah, and straight away ripped away from them. Nuki will get Kellogg's back on his feet. I'll be careful here though. I see the paint shell combo not lining up. No damage done whatsoever here. Again, utility being invested and not an awful lot garnered on the back of it. Again, Avova present in mid. And what I want to see F4Q start doing is exploring a little bit of B main pressure, to be honest with you. So coming out capitalizing on the fact that G2 are kind of prioritizing towards mid and short. I'll say that Athena will actually find Kellogg once again, so his second death on the round here. Gotta be careful if Nuki boosted up on the wall. He will actually find, well, actually Nuki finds 2 there, Athena and 5k.
And now we end up in this 3v2. Bunny and Zumba trying to work through that was a little hap-handed. You're not going to get away with it. Nuki's still watching. Eyes trained. Spike to be planted. No contest in sight as Zumba. Well, you're in CT now. The post plant is so difficult here. You have 0 clue. And now finally, you can start stepping forward.
I mean, at this point, what's even the value of finding some kills here? Go for the round in my eyes. There's absolutely nothing lost here if they're back on a save round. Once again, with this round deficit. Again, take a weapon away, sure. I think somebody did actually just get a call, potentially from one of his teammates. Like, oh, you saw him there when you crossed, by the way.
Who doesn't love those calls? And yeah, this is... I mean, economic damage is great when you're not 7-1 down. Make it 8-1.
Questions around G2, especially regionally, with where we've seen kind of their performance fluctuate a little bit. I keep coming back to that Gambit series because it was the one that stood out.
Yep.
Again, that being Gambit on the other side is how much you want to read into that one. We'll have to decide. But again, D2 slow in approach here. And F4Q, once again, just willing to give up this early territory to G2. They're going to push on through. Yes, Athena has the lockdown, but again, on a round like this, 4 Sheriffs, 5k had a Vandal. But what's the value here of even really playing retake? Expect a challenge to come through, at least on contact through main there.
He's all playing towards the stairs. Got a nice little crossfire in place as well with Kellogg's. Needs to be something. Now 1 rifle on 5k. Find the value, find something. The flash towards CT, the late round aggression. Mixwell just making it hurt. He'll take that on the chin, no worries. Bunny will at least tame some of the aggression, but look at this. This is brutality at its finest. They are just completely unchained right now. It's just 0 care to it. Look at it. They're like, okay, we'll expect the first and the second aggression, but maybe...
It's almost 6 rounds too late for me, but let's see how they get on.
All right, he's got no armor, glass cannon, he's dead. Kellogg's does not care. You know, the lovely part of this is just click heads. So simple. And look at that, he finds another. Easy stuff for the man on the screen. He is feeling this. The game is all working for him. Every peak, everything he does is lining up, and there's nothing to stop him. Seeker's now going again, being facilitated by Mixwell. Leans on forward. The timing couldn't quite find it there. A little bit of a fumble on it towards Athena, who does hold tree for now.
Coleman 1 away from the Hunter's Fury. Again, I think Athena's in one of those spots where we're expecting him maybe to lean back on that lockdown. But the orb available, Coleman will retrieve it, and that basically strips that away from F4Q. Mixwell actually still holding pretty close on tree here. I don't think Athena's going to be expecting that at all. Actually, look at this.
Flash.
The gravity well perfect. Mixwell with the flash. Beautiful little set piece there to dig him out. And again, you know, expecting that, anticipating they're going to look to hold on to tree with that lockdown, because it's their only hope of fighting back in here.
Oh, the flash again. He knows there's another. 5k is in so much trouble. Mixwell is just putting him through the ringer. Zumba is not happy. He's got about 3 different angles to worry about. Luckily for him, he's actually cracked. So he's found 2 already by tree. Sadly, the rest are just as theirs, and the boys in the server are fighting somewhat the same. 10-1 though, half now looming. F4Q still finding desperation is the name of the game here, and not finding much for it.
And one thing, again, we did talk about kind of the support tools in place for Kellogg's previously. This match, for me, I mean, especially in terms of opening duels, he's been finding them himself, honestly. Bunny actually with a double satchel out will find Nuki on the other side. Again, that's what we expect from him, where he really shines on that raise, is those double blast packs out to get aggressive and take one away. But again, at this point, I think G2 happy to escape with just giving one kill away there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think that's one of those you're like, fair enough, we take that. And here we go, Kellogg's again, just trying to follow up off the back, but it's actually called a Mentor who claims he was so ready if he needed to be. Avova still controlling towards the other side. Is being closed in on.
Yeah, Zumba's actually creeping out there behind him. Mixwell will catch an audio IQ in mid as well. You see there, Avova did get caught off guard.
Uh-oh.
Well, yeah, a freebie.
Uh-oh.
And a second.
Oh, someone please, someone please. I don't know. Is my copium rising here for the Sentinels game? I don't know.
30 seconds
I
left.
can't believe you'd...
The hopium is high.
That.
Yeah, I mean, 5K is blind in this scenario. Bunny is your last player standing in the half here, and it's Mixwell to find it. This rebuilt roster, this reformation of who they were, we don't quite know it. Oh, Kellogg's is feeling a little fruity.
I wonder why.
Go on then.
Yeah,
Why? Go on then. Let's have a round. He's walking mid. Kellogg's is walking mid. He's actually been jump spotted. This start already has just brought me deep joy. And I want to just look at F4Q. They've just seen that, okay, well, we've got a really confident Jet up against us who's happy to take fights here. Esperanza definitely caught enough of a glimpse of that. Now we have to see where they take themselves. Is it this A-Lean? It looks very likely.
Yeah, this is interesting because it's actually a gap created here. The Owl Drone going to come through, and I think actually on the back of the sound queue, you can see some utility invested now towards
Here we
Dawn.
go, Bunny!
Happy to go all the way through to Gen.
Yeah, even, like, I don't think the observers could keep up with that. Bunny was so quick. He's backside, they've taken the space, and maybe that contact on short was enough of an indicator for them to say, screw it, let's get on the site, boys. And now we're in a 5v5 post plant. They've done what they needed. They got on the site, but now they need to hold it. The retake is on the way.
I'm seeing a recon available here. Kellogg still with his dash and that Sheriff, and actually he's going to come through, try and bait a little bit of contact, but Esperanza gets the better of him. 5K will double down as well. And look at this, all the kills going to F4Q.
Who needs a Sheriff when you get a classic? It makes perfect sense. 2 now left, Mixwell and Avova to try and do something about this, but we wanted an answer, we wanted a statement, and we might just have it. Mixwell, can you do any damage, or will they be 5 alive? First round of 4. Nice little pop flash, and there it is. Flawless, beginningly, normally, when we talk about comebacks, we talk about it when teams reach like 8 and up, right? Like, and that's even, yeah, I do normally play double digits, but I'm being nice to the, newer audience members. But yeah, this is going to be a long road back, and it does indeed have to be flawless, and they have to somehow navigate around Kellogg's having a pop-off round. Something good happening for X, Y, and Z, which is very hard to do because it's not just on you. It's not just you trying to determine this. So we'll have to see how this now goes.
Well, initially here, at least, yes, and I know, look at the weaponry here that G2 have, but the fact that F4Q are kind of sat back thinking, are they going to show us anything? And G2 are happy not to. See here, they're going to send 2 extra bodies towards B site. Just be Avova to hold down A at least, and F4Q are leaning that way. They're about to walk into a stack. Only 2 Sheriffs.
Okay.
Actually, now G2, look at this. I think they've
the
completely
timing,
misread this. The Owl Drone has baited this entire rotation, Lauren.
That's actually sick. MVP Owl Drone.
F4Q are coming back.
No.
The Owl Drone didn't spot anything, so they're going back.
It's the worst double pump we've ever seen. Oh, no, but maybe G2 go. Maybe they go. They're like, no one's coming. No one's coming.
30 seconds left.
Well, we were talking about this earlier, right? At this point now, 1 kill can change the entire course of the outcome.
So they've only seen Sova so far. Now they know there's at least 1 more. Here comes the utility. Avova just leans through that smoke just a touch, and he's actually going to find one. He is truly just, the assassin from the mist normally if you see him on an Omen. But look at Avova again. Look at this timing. Look at what he could do with this. Maybe rejoining the boys. Finds Cole. A little bit of damage on the feeder. This is still damage now. Spike is planted. It's a 2v2. How the hell have we got here? Nuki and Avova gets back around, gets the heal off of Nuki. That's huge. He's back up to functioning level. We still have a rifle on deck for 5K. This should not be a problem, but it truly is. Zumba's attention is purely drawn towards heaven. 5K finds Nuki. That's now threat 1 gone, and there it is. Dealt with in the end.
Wade Storm's obviously nothing really to rely on in the next round.
Okay.
And again, I know you were pointing out there, 4Q's economy, worrying.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be stretched
Look at this lane,
as
though.
much as they can be. A pretty even purchase coming out, really, between the two teams. But Bunny going to do it again. Look at this damage, but it's not a kill. Avova catches him mid-air, swats him down. Mixwell has to fall off this angle just a touch. Avova's in danger as well, but the timing works out so well for him. Only for the one in the end. I thought Mixwell could have done a little bit more with that, but so far the site's somewhat controlled by F4Q.
Keloqz is here so early, though. Look at this information he's going to gather. Nobody in A main. He's got plenty of time to clear out wine, and look at his teammates. They can sit back, sit comfortable here, wait for this. Keloqz actually takes a swing, tries to find the kill, and Esperanza's going to punish him.
There's no trade. There's nothing off the back of that. That was a little individual for my taste, and that's a big round.
Into a position, he's able to relay that information that there's no kind of top-mid control. It's more than likely looking like an all-in piece, and actually, having said that, look at G2 now, all the way out through B main. Early information here from Keloqz. The turret going to give away this push, and F4Q now going to scramble to try and capitalize on this push from G2, get themselves onto A side. At least Bunny going to lead the charge once again. Up close and personal, actually misses the jump into heaven, but site control at least heavily in the hands of F4Q.
Great flash, Ooh, Athena, so well done to maintain as Mixwell is trying to push through. We do have two on the flank, keep in mind. This time there is a player towards Wine, though, big adjustment on that. Now looking at this one, G2 are here, Sheriffs, sure, a little bit of armor as well. It's not a completely toothless purchase. Esperanza very aware of this potential flank coming in, working off the back with Zumba, trying to swing out together. Well controlled towards one. Coldamenta actually going to get away with it. And Zumba and Bunny controlling what remains, sweating out the final player. There it is, 4 alive. Talk about the ebb and flow of how this game goes. This is another big round coming in because you've got the buy coming out of the op coming through for Keloqz. This is huge. If F4Q can do something with this, it's game back on, and here we go. Ult comes online, and Esperanza finding Mixwell somewhat for free, it feels like, but Nuki's found Bunny this time, who's been bounding towards the back of site so freely. Now, Keloqz still here. You do have the Astra divide coming through as well. Is that... Yeah, both sides actually just absolutely going for it. Now, we do actually have, what, 4v3. So the first time we're seeing, really, F4Q with a deficit against a dangerous round.
And Bunny immediately, I mean, you can see every single time he's going for that double satchel to close the distance, play with a judge, and just get up close and personal, but it's not worked out for him twice now. See, is F4Q anticipating a little more aggression from G2.
You should run.
Fina throw the lockdown. He actually has the spike as well, so whether or not he's going to try and slip into A main as Esperanza and Zumba here. Might try and pinch on the back of this lockdown, but both members of G2 here committed, Nuki and Keloqz. They can sit for free.
Yeah, but I want to see how much room they get towards tree and how far they can pressure that, because then suddenly heaven becomes a bit of an issue. For now, the timing's off. Athena gets found comfortably. There's the trade eventually from site for Esperanza, but that's only Nuki. That's only part of the problem. There's still two other players lingering around, and they know where the spike just was, and that's such an uncomfortable position. Zumba with the perfect play up from tree. That's what I was saying, that heaven can become hell as soon as tree gets lost, but time now. 10 seconds, and now the pendulum swings of over. What have you got for us here? Doesn't quite get what he wants. Spike is down. He can't quite keep them tamed towards the site. He does get Esperanza, and now Zumba against Avova. And Zumba's not playing this passively at all. He is looking for this, just slips away, and Avova chases him down. And G2 are going to make it to 12.
Zumba almost caught in no man's land, though. He's nothing to fall back to, but
where do I go?
Doesn't take the peak. That's the weirdest thing. In that scenario, I feel as if he just doesn't have another option. Just take the fight. Yes, it feels uneasy, but it takes him so long to walk behind something there that it's lost as soon as Avova gets up front.
I mean, I think he's one of those players that if he gets fired up, it's not normally on the Astro we see. I'd say Omen, you get to see a little bit more of that when he's a bit more instrumental to this, but again, coming into this one now, Op was recovered, and once again it's gone down. Bunny with a new look this time, going to at least find Keloqz, but it is G2 getting aggressive elsewhere. Zumba, has he been tested like this before?
Coldamenta revealed at least, and F4Q looking to pile on the pressure. Coldamenta will actually find 5k. Esperanza will find the headshot in response. Over now, though. The push through. Mixwell will get the Seekers online from this orb being retrieved, and actually, going to give all this information away, Lauren.
Found one.
Will they find the spike yet? Oh no, Mixwell reconsidering. I think he was looking to push back on the end of those Seekers, but at least now with the information, Nuki can get Coldamenta back on his feet.
Okay.
I have the spike.
Still hope here. There's still 3 players and a little bit of room to play with.
Revealing area.
Now, Mixwell just looking for any pixel that might appear, and they are on the way. Mixwell is about to potentially greet At least bare minimum 2. Has both flashes still to play. There it is. That's enough of an indicator for him to call for
Info.
a little bit of support. Here comes Bunny. Can at least get a little further forward, but it's the cross, and it's a problem of over-sitting deeper here. Esperanza, great trade. Mixwell pop flash, gets him on the cross. Mixwell's been having a blinding, blistering performance, but it's on Athena to try and save F4Q. And look at him playing the time. He doesn't even overstep. The man so experienced. And now 3 players coming back in from short. It looks like it's G2's moment, and it is Nookie to claim the final frag towards Athena, and honestly, this game should be a statement for G2.
It was, yeah. Again, F4Q.
The change and Athena back in the kill, just so
You gotta back yourself. You kind of have to,
course.
right? It's like everyone's like, no, I'm the best jet in the world. It's like, okay. We'll see. Look, I'm with you, all right? For now, though, we jump into this one, and we have to look at the likes of F4Q and what you have to bring. Statistically, not the most flawless map for them, but they've had some close runs against Vision Strikers. They've pushed some very good teams, but this is not going to be easy and not comfortable, and G2 have been no slouches. So, F4Q on the attacking side to try and determine their way back in here.
See F4Q, again, at least initially going to wait on a couple of these ability cooldowns, but I mean, for me, with this composition, I'm looking towards showers control, and I'm looking towards ultimately finding value in terms of opening engagements, whether or not it's traded out. Because if they're going to lean towards A in a couple of these, particularly these buy rounds, they're going to struggle really to find any control. D2 just have to back away initially from that barrage of pressure and utility, and there's nothing really for F4Q to hold on to it unless they find kills. As we see here, Colomentor actually now got his recon bolt back online, and actually Kellogg's 30 seconds left here. Kellogg's is going to find this information early with the owl drone as well, Lauren.
Yeah, I guess the one bonus is that is currently the 2 players on site. There it is, Kellogg's.
Ooh, he's got to be careful now.
Can he get away in time? He's going to make it in towards the smoke. Noted, though, in towards the cubby. Zumba is hunting this down. Spots him on the edge of the smoke, looks to follow up, but it's Nookie to control the play coming up short. And that's the raise that we know from the EMEA. Nookie welcoming them to the picture. Esperanza tries to lean forward. Nothing coming.
This guy, he just doesn't care about anything at all. He's here to play, he's here to frag, and well, he's setting a statement here in the first round.
Dude, he's such a machine with how he plays as well. It's like, it's just, yeah, okay, I'll get these 2 frags, no problem. Yeah, I'll do it again, no worries. There's probably some players here towards lamps. All right, I'll just fall away from that. Kellogg's, can you help me out? Yeah. Barney's jumping again. Thanks, Kellogg's. Again, look at this. Look at his composure. With everything that's been happening, no player has fallen. It is perfect precision, and no threats were found. F4Q were right on the doorstep.
Right on the doorstep, and I mean, how are you supposed to plant in that scenario? There's literally no way you can. A second Prime Gaming flawless here in round 2, and it's exactly what I was talking about. Yes, that's kind of a throwaway round, but what's the plan there? Get up close and personal, you don't get the first blood, that kind of 10 to 15 second pause where if you don't find a kill, you can't just run in and try and plant, right? They have to push a little deeper, and look where Nookie's backed up to here. Kellogg's playing outside. Showers, he's actually rotated all the way to backside of triple. You want lamps? Take it. No problems whatsoever, because they know they can't do anything with it.
Yeah, it's very well considered coming into this.
I think we're going to see Bunny run it down a couple more times, because now he's got to judge.
Show me what you got. We've been talked up, all right? I was all aboard the train.
Well, no secrets.
No subtlety, is it? It's not a big surprise. But on the other side, there'll be a little bit of damage potentially done. No, Kellogg's actually going to be able to navigate around any of that. Not receive point of damage thus far. Very well handled, but sadly, somehow, Zumba's been caught off. Avova finding him there on the aggress, and what a pace change. What a little bit of a different look coming out after a hyper-passive side to now very attentive, and Nookie is in their spawn. Hypoc, how's he gone to their bloomin' spawn? Bunny says hello, rips the gun away. That's going to be a treat and a half. Okay. 5k. That's not bad. Getting down Mixwell. Now we've got a 3v3. Those rifles are still out and about. Kellogg's going to just filter through that one as well. Going to fall away if he can. But where is the spike going through towards? Okay, it's straight towards. It spots Bunny's leg, but he knows Bunny's going to be flying on him. Where to there? Spots him, can't land it. Bunny outdoes him. And now the site's under control.
Colomentor and Avova left to try and recover this one again.
Planted.
Heavily in favour in terms of the weaponry here for F4Q, but I mean, it's round 3. G2, their objectives here, damage at least, even if this round doesn't go their way. Overtaking his time. No real subtlety, yeah, baiting that out.
See if that can be worked on.
Last player standing.
No, nothing to come from it. Very well handled by...
Where we can go with this. So whether or not we see, you know, some of those historic G2 tendencies creep back into bind here at least, it's something to watch. Mixwell actually going to flash out to Vova also
Double
to swing
face.
out onto sand. I think, again, this is trying to mitigate Bunny. This push to not allow, you know, that typical default where Raze can get full control in towards Hooker. Look at G2 being proactive.
Look how deep this is going. Now, I did see that Vision Strikers were actually really able to push F4Q on, you know, aggressive pieces, especially on like sort of split, their small little pocket plays, and this could be a lovely read. Mixwell has to respect the flash whether it was popped or not. No one close enough and actually didn't quite go through the smoke regardless, so unable to define whether or not people are just on the other side, but now well and truly aware, can fall away. But look at the utility he's cost them here.
Hey, look at the win. Look at the time. Aldrone then baited out. Again, a key piece of utility in terms of, you know, finding entry, particularly with Bunny as well. We know how that's the double up. Bunny will actually find a peak at least. But now the paint shells off. I mean, utility-wise, this is all playing to D2's favor. They're not even close to the site yet.
And they can call rotations if they fancy it. Maybe just pull the player across, maybe get one through. Bunny going to find a way in, but it's Avova still waiting down below, catches him and drags him down. No more free fun for you, but it's Esperanza with a perfect reply. There is still a player waiting on Mixwell, waiting the wings. Does 5K find him? Oh, it's going to be 5K indeed to find Mixwell. They are going through all the due diligence here, and a quick TP take. They've nipped on over towards A.
That's huge.
They are taking no risk with this, and rightly so, because Coldamenta was there. But where is Kellogg's? Coming back around 10 seconds now. Timing is everything.
left.
Kellogg's could catch one here, but does he want to? No. He wants to spike. He wants to try and deny it. No, he can't do it. And there's Esperanza. Perfect positioning, and timing could not have been better.
Out of charges.
Had to make a split-second decision there. 5K.
Wow.
Keeping G2 honest in the early rounds, which was completely absent on a sense. So,
Yeah. Well, I like the concepts that G2 are coming out with. I like a lot of the ideas, but Seek is coming through. It's a crunch. It's going to be a TP crunch off the back of Showers. There's the flash. They are so blind here, and Coldamenta and Mixwell on the punish. It's 5K to try and hold on. He's got nothing left to fight with. Athena finally comes around, but look at the damage now done. And now the late TP bunnies come through.
No way.
Coldamenta out of nowhere. And now Athena is running for his life. It's a 1v2, and G2 had no right, absolutely no right. They've been in the lab, they've been working out these little set pieces, they've been finding those timings, everything they want. But now Athena gets spike planted.
there actually as well.
There it is, so maybe. Let's see what he does with this. He has room to push CT if he wants to, which is what I think he's going to do. He's trying to get ahead of expectation, and I really think it's a good idea. But they're close together. It's not a one and done. They should be within trading distance. He peeks the first. He gets the second, Athena!
On bind so far. Yes, one round, but like I said, keeping G2
Placing swarm grenade.
honest.
Swarm grenade out.
But, again, we could talk about what was invested there for G2 and what they were able to achieve. Again, that's a big benefit for them.
It was a great round, all things considered. I love
got your trail.
seeing those sort of things, but now we do have the Seekers going through. No follow-up off the back of it, pulling out a couple of ults, but to what end? There's the first. That's big. Finding Nuki's not bad at all. A reply comes out, and this is just doing damage from afar. Avova is still watching that cross as best he can, but he's been noted, and he is now damaged. Looks like the rest did come through, but look at the side being taken here. F4Q mean business. That's 3 back-to-back and big kills at that. Mixwell trying to maybe find the timing on this. I don't know if he's going to try and lean through. No. Oh, he has actually. Tell a lie. He slept through, trying to play a little head still caught. 5K, what a round from him. And I said I wanted to see 5K. I want to see the 5K that I've been watching on, you know, Reyna, on these lurks, on these mad pieces that definitely made a difference, but I hadn't seen in map 1. Maybe on Sky, we're getting a little bit more of it. I mean, a little unexpected, but I'll take it.
At least an appetizer in these early rounds. And I want to come back to something that I'd raised really of how easy it's going to be for F4Q to execute onto A site, right? In terms of typically what we see utilized there to get some control. Right there, it's a trade-off of, well, the Hunter Fury initially, and G2 are trying to play deep enough to kind of mitigate that risk at least early on. Avova gets spotted out. I think Esperanza actually finds...
Depth-wise, I don't know what these guys have in the tank. We've seen them, yes, regionally, look quite good. I'd say, as said, the prince is to the throne, but there he goes. It's Nuki this time to try and maybe do a little bit of that bunny work here, but no one nearby, and you're left feeling a little silly.
Absolutely nothing on the back of that showstopper. Look how deep F4Q are. They're all the way back in cave
here. Spawn, mate.
Esperanza got to be careful though, because Nuki's hung around.
Yeah.
He will find it, but down to 40 HP. Picks it out of place there, I think. Actually, Esperanza maybe reflex shot onto the floor, Lauren.
Maybe. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe just make sure the mouse is warmed up, because Kellogg's is. Finding Bunny, that's a scalp to be claimed, but there's still bits of danger to this. There's the light armor. This isn't so easy in the room that was taken earlier just off the back of the ult. Plays in so well for Cold Dementa. And F4Q are probably feeling a little weird about this one. It's starting to feel uncomfortable, but good work from him again. Esperanza just slowly taking the space, moving forward, and actually adjusting, but there's going to be a player moving up. Avova's going to take this back. He's definitely heard these steps. Call can be made, but does he pull the trigger? He waits. No, he doesn't, and bounding past. It's Esperanza again, but it is just this squad just walking on through, just plowing through the map.
Kellogg's did manage to get himself a Phantom, but he'll heal himself up already. Numbers heavily in favor of F4Q. They will even give him the opportunity to find a kill here on the way out. Do any further damage. Too many things to shoot at. Look at this setup, it's perfect. Actually, 5K will catch a headshot. Don't expect to see him peeking once again, but Athena, you already see reposition. I think Kellogg's anticipating maybe.
He's trying, man.
But it's just, yeah. I mean, there should be 2 players noted at least now, and down to 8 HP. He's just trying to keep him here as long as possible, but F4Q remaining disciplined, and these are the sort of rounds that we talk about in the previous,
category there, but we go back in. Let's see what G2 has left in the tank. Now, I'm looking at their options, looking at what they can maybe achieve and what they've brought into this round. More than serviceable purchase, maybe lacking bits and pieces of utility, but mostly serviceable.
Yeah, I feel like actually F4Q just happier to sit deeper and deeper. I think this is in anticipation of exactly what we're talking about, right? They're thinking eventually one of these rounds, G2 are going to do what we expect them to do, which is go exploring, go walk in showers, go walking long, which is why we're seeing F4Q's default just become even more passive. Now, the concern, obviously, comes back to these late hits and what utility is really available to secure that plant, at least very late on. I think Kellogg's and Avova here now walk out, and this is kind of offbeat in terms of the Riven here. They will catch contact. Bunny, though, will come out on top of it.
I've got your trail.
Oh, no.
Yeah, perfect investment on the timing of that as well. That's great work, Bunny. Not even going to mess around with it. It's 5K who swings towards Avova, but Nuki now is feeling a little alone, and yeah, put to bed, put down, put out of misery. Mixwell backside, unable to get anything building, and look at this work! Bunny is just walking through a Cold Dementa now considered. Bunny even turns for it, and they know what is up. There is no threats, no worries. There's answers, and I'm sure this is something Sean, I'm sure, will maybe tackle or try to tackle, is what do you do with this now? Because you're not finding any of that room. You're not finding even those aggressive pieces. Yeah, you take a bit of space, but they are sat so deep. You're taking such weird fights. And here we're going to see the pop flash from Mixwell, but bear in mind they are on pistols. Some upgraded, some not. Athena, I hated it. I appreciate it, but I hated it. And F4Q are just fine. They have taken over long. They are doing very well right now. And what an answer back for them after was an absolute rubbing on map 1. It was horrible to watch for them, I'm sure. They'll review it, pour over it. Nothing nice about it, but a real confidence builder back in here.
And look at this. I mean, F4Q just rolling as a unit, right? It's kind of just death-balling, as opposed to Bunny being, you know, only really having an owl drone to find him entry to a side. Kellogg, let's see. I'll find a second, but 5K.
One enemy remaining.
Too quick with the flash there of over. Sheriff find the first, nearly actually, with the pre-fire on the second as well. Luckily, Zumbu.
I mean, you got to try something, right?
That is how the saying goes.
Absolutely how the saying goes. And hit. Ooh, Kellogg's. Here we go. First contact made. Now they know it's on the deck, and it looks like they wanted to pick the pace, maybe. And they. Ooh, the punish from Zumba. What a great idea. And Bunny's just going to take the room. They have no respect. They do not care. They want this map as their own. Kellogg's is only good for one. Instantaneous trade for Zumba as they can start working towards the site. You can see the pressure now starting to mount. The divide going to come through, and G2's vision, their assumptions are all they're going to have left now.
Man advantage for F4Q as well. Look at this, going to flash through this wall. It's perfect there. Look at that response. Cold Dementa actually finds 2 in response. Nuki finds 2 as well. G2 somehow flipped that back in their favor, Lauren. What a retake.
Look, I'd love to say that was the op. It wasn't. I mean, maybe
there was damage to him. Bunny then finds first blood on short. At that point, it's just a matter of time, right? Where does Kellogg's go?
Okay, do they do it again? It is rinse and repeat, and Kellogg's is in picture. So much investment, but Bunny just quicker on the trigger, and it's all his. That shower control for Nuki is trying to work through on mid as well at the same time. There's the pop of the ult. Oh.
I love that. But he's trying to actually boost him out of danger.
An attempt was made.
Yes. 10 out of 10 for effort.
I love if he was safe completely. Just
Oh yeah, he
flung
booped him into it, yeah.
See you later. Bait me again. Oh, perfection. However, we go back to looking at where that next layer is. The trade back is actually impressive, and the aim for Athena just wasn't there that time. There's Nuki comfortable to claim it. And the first time we're really seeing G2 maintain an advantage at this point.
I just want to point something out. Avova now, to address Bunny, is playing with a judge inside lamps. So that's G2's adjustment there to try and at least, you know, I don't want to say stop the bleeding or at least quell Bunny. This time, actually, he's got the Vandal. But the showstopper, again, in this scenario, Avova's probably just going to run straight towards him if that does get popped. But
30 seconds.
30 seconds, Spike is making its way through cave in spawn right now.
Left.
Okay.
Like a Zumba.
It's just run to the back of sight, fallen away, 18 seconds. Could just post this. Oh, it's a trade out in the end. Avova must be so quick with that, to be fair, to don't get it, but it is still just a one player left. And oh, Mixwell. Adjustment, and it isn't just that first rung of Bunny doing damage. We now got everyone kind of finding it. I like to see 5K joining in on that. We've had everyone, Esperanza, a couple of big rounds as well, but here we go. 7-4, and we're underway. Bunny, he's been punished a couple of times. A great trade for Athena, but it's the double down on aggression. Mixwell's not relenting and actually going to get caught for it. They are all stacked up, and Esperanza will absolutely welcome it with open arms. We're down to 2, Avova and Kellogg's. One ult there to be maybe worked on, but are these recoverable reses?
I don't think so. I mean, look at the ground that has to be covered. You can see Zumba actually catch Avova off here. It's Kellogg's left, Sheriff in hand, lockdown invested now. Fantastic, yeah, but only really just going to make it a little more difficult for Kellogg's to fight back in. Again, feasibly, yeah, this is a 1v3 and it's not going to change.
Let me tell you the story.
I'm listening.
Right, it was a 1v3. Kellogg's only had a Sheriff. Mad, right? But there was a chance. You can see he's got a couple of guns there. He was considering it. There he is. And when the round I'm talking about, obviously, he picked up a knock. It ain't this round. He can barely make it past the turret right now. Life is truly not a dream as it stands, and everything. It's all being thrown in. Kitchen sink's on the way in a moment's time. Absolutely not a hope in hell. And F4Q have done wonders here. Roll that around. Haven.
Yeah,
will be coming in.
That's interesting, but I do want to come back to the 8-4. Very different story here to 7-5. Obviously, how quickly G2 will be able to, I guess, respond back into this with a pistol and a conversion. 5K going to jump spot, going to find a lot of information actually, and the spike a little deeper. Although I don't think Kellogg's was noted initially. Both actually jump spot. I'm not sure if Nuki's able. Has he been able to get there completely undetected? I think he has now. He's had to shoot, but 5K will find Avova in response to that.
If we get some more spicy Sky players, you know my life is just filled with joy. So, looking forward to see if 5K can keep this up, because he's already had a sick start, but it's Kellogg's to just tame him down. That's now long going to be at least, I guess, removed from F4Q's vision, but we did hear the TP going through in the double stack towards Shower. Now might have some fun. They haven't actually crested the corner. There was so much potential, and they still punish as well. Great work towards Colomenta. Kellogg's. There it is, caught in the end. So, as it stands, just Mixwell in a 1v3. Not quite made the raid boss with the frenzy. Spike is noted. And it looks like that clock is just now dwindling away from him. You can see already the push up through towards short. Spike garnered. Does have a flash to hand. There's one bonus. Can he find anyone? There's that flash. Fake flash, doesn't need to pop it. Bunny jump peeks. Spots him. Lovely. Good work for F4Q.
Nothing done at all. Everybody here stacked up towards Showers. Other than Nuki on short. 2 members of F4Q actually to greet them, so see here, going to try and play distance initially, but all the information gathered already. Athena actually will do some damage, but we'll back away, and still with 3 bodies here, G2 walking into a comfortable stack here.
See the patience from either side. Nuki getting that concept, but he can't quite deal with what he wanted. But at least just deny the follow-up if there was one. Nice idea. Again, Nuki just holding this down. He's just like, I'm just gonna stay here as long as I can and see if I can maybe keep them interested.
But the thing is now with the shorty being noted, it's like, yeah, okay, you can have lamps.
Yeah, leave
Enjoy.
him alone in there. Don't
Enjoy.
want that.
But 2 members for F4Q still dug into B site. 5K and Zumba.
Straight out.
Yeah.
Spike
They're going to get farmed on the way out of this one. 5K finds the first 2. Atsy will get the reload on that one. Kellogg's the walk smoke. Atsy will find the first, but Zumba the second.
F4Q have been showing you how it's done. Perfect beginning in the second half here. Double digits almost instantly achieved. A quick flash, but it finds no one. It gives not much away. Oh, Doggo has a little bit of a go of it. There's the flash. Fina could get some pressure from this and is. Nuki going to take that space, but it's not without a trade. Quelled quickly by Bunny. Seekazoo come through. Mixwell has to handle them and has to fall off.
Colamenta given nothing on the side of this. Kellogg's actually going to work his way through showers here. Now, Colamenta got to be careful. Has the Aldrone, has the recon bolt, so I'm hoping Zumba and Esperanza are noted here. Mixwell going to swing on the first, and look at that. Actually diligent enough to clear the second as well. G2 find a way onto A site initially. Kellogg's now still in position and unnoted. Does deal with the flank. 5K falls. Bunny. It's just some cheekiness coming out on the side of F4Q.
Yeah, that double stack could have really held some danger to it. But as you said, cleared out diligently and allowed them further forward. 10-5 now. Mostly rifles out. Poor old Fina feeling the pinch. Well, he's tight.
I have the spike. Spike dropped.
Judge for Nuki. And time to see what G2 look like on this attacking side. We got to kind of get the glimpse of personality that F4Q are bringing, but G2 on approach, I mean, this is quite to the, I guess, to the pointy end of the stick if you're looking at how much time they've got to work with against double digits. Struggling in some of these gun rounds. As it stands, quite patient on approach thus far, but it looks like a 3-2 split going towards A if it continues this way for the attacking side.
Seeker's invested. The distance real close just yet, and Kellogg's taking a lot of damage before even getting out of showers here. The wall's going to go up just behind the smoke here. Look, he actually comes all the way up on top of Athena, but he still comes
Pop
out.
flash. 5K's done so well here. Just buying time, trying to stay alive, trying to do something from this really uncomfortable position, still making it his own. High flash comes over, doesn't quite find what he wants. And Athena, careful of your back here, bud. Through the TP they go. Hitting the retreat, but as Kellogg still on an island, gets punished by 5K. And it's a 5v3 now. They're going to lean in towards the other side. They're going to try and get that spike down, nothing to deny it, and that late lurk around, or at least the long rotation around for Mixwell. Eventually going to join them up on maybe long here. They still have to weather the storm. 5 on the retake. Utility looking a little worn out here. Not much left for F4Q to play with, but Avova going to give them at least the first fight here. Flash goes towards CT. There's the swing! There was the lineup. You can see the damage on 5K. He's now the walking wounded, but Bunny striding towards the site here. Gets pinged out to now noted. They swarm the site. Avova isolates the player on the back lines. Colamenta. He wants in. He gets in. That's 2 for him. And now it's just Zumba in the 1v2. Not going to happen. G2.
3 slices away from the showstopper. Hunter's Fury. And Avova does have his ultimate as well. So lots of tools available for G2 here.
Plenty in the toolbox. For now, long control being worked towards B.
Okay, actually going to get some further progress as well on his showstopper.
Braver than me.
Oh, somehow though, look at this. It's a 3-man walk from F4Q.
It's not the first time they've dabbled with these slightly more aggressive, you know, saw that double stack on short. They don't mind getting a little fruity, and I love that. They're trying to make the play forward, and now G2 may be feeling a little worse for wear, because look at their approach thus far. They've kind of reset a bit after that, and you can see they've not really gained much ground, so this could be a late hit against Pistols. Sheriffs, should I say, actually is a full-on, I think we call it a Shiko?
I think that's what it's commonly referred to now, yes.
Hell yeah. The Shiko is on the wrong site, however. We'll see. We'll see if Zumba can do much now. Nuki's been slowly controlling long for some time, and now the site is actually absent of players. The rotation's a while off.
And 3 ultimate. Again, if things do start getting a little wonky here for G2, lots to fall back on. But by F4Q at least. 2 players forwards. Esperanza, the only one really with a rifle to come up, and I mean, it's difficult here. Look for damage, look for something to take away from it. And speaking of something to take away, Bunny will find Nookie with a fantastic headshot on the Sheriff.
Just giving out free haircuts. There is a rifle for Esperanza here. Should I be getting ever worried about this as a flash? Esperanza finds a Vova. What the hell is going on here? How has this just happened?
That is an absolute tragedy.
That's
live.
Unforgivable.
I mean, I was talking about a 3v5 for G2. That was a...
Credit to them to play like that too.
Esperanza was like 20 seconds behind that rotation to get the weapon.
How? 11-6. We go back in. G2, that's when the comms feel a little more quiet. Everything's a little tense after you fumble that one. But let's see if they can pull it back together. For now, we look at what we have coming up against them. The quick flash comes in. And it's going to be a quick piece. G2 not going to be messing around this time. Going to leave Nookie to take that space. Having to respect that audio cue that just rings on out. Posts it. F4Q going to sit a little deeper this time.
So we'll get the plant. Well, shock darts invested, but I don't know what damage has gone on the other side of that. And actually, a little gap created here with the wall by Kellogg's. Not sure if that was a misplacement or just looking to funnel a second choke point here, but Nookie actually going to get noted with the judge at least, and a second Cosmic Divide comes up. It's absolute chaos here on the site. Avuva going to open things up. Nookie finds 2 further kills, 5k and a feed, a fall. Avuva will find his 3rd on the round. Zumba falls, and it's a prime gaming flawless here, Lauren.
Be absolutely run over by a thrifty round and then come back like that. It's like, I don't know if that's just them reminding themselves, like, no, we can do this. There we go, 11-7. We're back into it. Money's looking a little tight, though, on the other side for F4Q. They are struggling a little bit. We're going to have, what, 2 rifles come out. Frenzy. I mean, the Classic's the best gun in the game, so I shouldn't be worried. And a Judge as well. Truly a smorgasbord of everything most people dislike.
Unless you're Mitch Man. Mitch Man somewhere is the most excited he's been all week backstage. All we're missing is an Odin.
Truly.
Nookie again in position to at least keep Bunny in check. The Aldrone going to come through, will reveal his position as well. So the weapon and the player noted here, and Bunny actually just goes full force, tries to find something. Now, all of this, Kellogg's still maintaining shower control, so again, anticipating maybe pressure on both sides of the map. But actually, I mean, Zumba's played this slow. He's still all the way in lamps. The rotations come through. F4Q have read this perfectly.
Yeah, they're not out of position at all. Nookie might have...
I thought he hit him there.
I was about to throw my head off the just side of the desk, but it's Esperanza still doing some work here. 3 players trying to swarm him, but...
You will not kill my ally.
You know? What? Okay, Avuva did check on that just to make sure. I was worried if somehow he'd missed that. Flash comes in, finds nothing, wall still there. The 5k doesn't need the flash, doesn't need the birds. Just gets the headshot, and now a 2v4. This should not be losable. Double stack towards Lamps. It's going to be Mixwell's success on towards Esperanza. And then Rifle, the 5k did show some beauty on. Not quite probably going to have the chance he wanted. There it is, G2 on the build.
In round 17, and coming straight back and answering back. Actually completely negates that buy from F4Q.
Absolutely. And exactly what the doctor ordered for G2. They were looking a little flat here for a while. Not quite finding that form, but this build back could be something. But can't ignore the fact that F4Q are on 11 rounds. Big information going to be garnered through that TP. Follow-up, just Nookie getting nervous that a sky suddenly appeared, but it's all fine. And there's a flashback confirming someone might be a little closer than they'd like.
Again, though, similar thing. This has been a recurring theme. Kellogg's again controlling outside the shadow. I'm not sure if he was noted there, just to the timing of Zumba popping that one, but this time at least they've got somebody in position to greet him, and actually short, wide open for the time being. Esperanza Hunter's Fury, so I think that's why he's playing a little deeper here. Wants to back up and potentially deny that, but popped early in anticipation. And Zumba will find a kill.
How's he gotten away with that? And 5k as well. G2 thought they were safe, thought they'd... Oh, we got the side, got the wall going up, but no, look who's just lurking around these corners. Kellogg's now eats that flash, completely blind. And 5k striding on through. Huge work from him. And Bucks, take what you want from it. People were certainly taking notice, but we go back in at 12-8. Is it recovery? Or is it map 3? Bunny really would like to get out of there quickly. Zumba's like, where you going? Hang around them. Need some friends over here. 2 on the other side, though. Playing a dangerous game, but he spotted 1, and it's actually 5k in the meantime to find Coldamenta. But the trades come through effectively enough that it's kind of, I guess, negated that presence. But the problem is Athena's been caught, and this battle in Shower, all the kills have been kind of around it almost.
So that's all the way over in Cubby, actually, where Kellogg's and Nuki are now able to find their way in. Zumba now walking, going to catch this audio cue as well, and he's going to hear both. So now, a decent idea at least. I'm not entirely sure what Bunny's still looking at, because everybody should be accounted for here on the side of F4Q.
Unless they're paranoid about one player, they heard 2 steps. Yeah, this could be a problem. Zumba's timing now. Gets it. That's great news for F4Q here, because G2 now, at least on even playing field. With the time, though, ticking in their side. Bunny can now adjust that attention and come back through. It's Kellogg's towards the site. 2 stacked towards long. Kellogg's does get the isolated fight on Bunny. No trade potential coming through. Esperanza gets punished by Mixwell, and there goes Zumba.
Obviously, we see Avova one away, Nuki one away, Kellogg's one away, Mixwell has the Seekers up. Athena again with that lockdown, but we haven't seen F4Q lean towards a retake, really, either side.
No, you're right. Early shower control has been worked towards. Seekers invested too, so not lightly worked around. Nothing to capitalize on. Aside from that, the Kellogg's has just got super deep on this.
Oh, I love this.
This is very unorthodox, but quite nice to watch. The flash did come in, 3 players on the other side, and they're like, there's a bit of a problem with this. And actually, Nuki says hello to 1, says goodbye to the 2nd, and Zumba is there to quell that building threat. But Kellogg's was only a step away the entire time. With all this going down, G2 looking quite nice on this here. A little weird, but very good on it. Zumba striding in towards that smoke though. Oh, this could be problems now. Mixwell feeling that pressure line to build. There is that ult coming down from KJ as well. Athena's found Avova. It's on Mixwell to try and save it. He's got 1. He knows Bunny's on the way, but what are you going to do against him?
In true Bunny fashion, charging him down with a...
But it's not something that they've played lately.
Coldamenta on the sky. See how that synergy works instead of Mixwell. See if that looks about the same. We're going to see how this all kind of compares. This is a lot of moving parts to these agents, and we are live on into it. G2 on the attacking side, F4Q on the defensive side, and it has been a resurgence from the Korean side coming back into this, truly waking up here. And 5k, one of the proponents of that, one of the big reasons, but it's going to be this crunch in towards that C site already. So much attention being drawn, but look at the combination between 5k and Zumba, still holding it down for now. Mixwell blind, just spammed away at.
No way. Look at that, 5k actually finds the headshot as well onto Nuki, but Athena, good for the... See, Bunny going to rise through on the Ghost as well. Now, that's interesting considering we've seen him actually purchase a Judge a couple of times. Whether or not we might actually see a lean towards an Operator potentially.
More layers, more dynamics to Bunny. Always down for that. Especially after the way he closed out that previous round. Again, I think that is going to be etched into my mind now. I mean, truly, we have I guess the conversation of, Korean Jet, right? That everyone kind of, characterizes. Korean race? I mean...
I'm all ears.
I'm ready. I'm ready to listen to the pitch. Quick flash through. It looks like G2 are going for that A lean for now. Keep in mind they are working with less, so even though they do look like they've got towards the side and might have a bit of leg to them, it's still pretty tricky. Kellogg's is going to do well to at least find Esperanza, but any follow-up would be impressive and actually not bad. So Spike planted is another great benefit to this, and now suddenly you have to somewhat respect this. Kellogg's taking just that touch of damage to see if you can get a little bit of a glimpse of someone towards CT. Playing behind that little cubby of the wall that can be so deadly, but is cleared out on, and hello, suddenly there's problems. It's not going the way they planned. Mixwell, no. Not going to happen. But, okay, so 2 kills and a spike plant.
Yeah, we look for secondary objectives in this round in particular. So
I guess normally they're like, oh yeah, Jet's really good with it because you can just dash away. I'm like, have you seen his movement anyway? Man's playing Quake in, this era. It's impressive. There's not many out here. Bunny hopping better than Frankie, but Zumba this time going to be the one to lean out, take the first bit of a glimpse, but actually finds Avova on the other side. Now, Bunny going for the op in this round does slightly strike me with fear. There is a little bit of danger to this, and it's all up C-Long now. That one player waiting over towards the backside of A, of course, for that push out, but for now, it's Kellogg's just trying to clear out. First man forward, has the flash by his side, just finds Athena just lingering around the site, but happy to take these fights. 5k on the other side of the smoke, and still that op is just going to be very tricky to bring into play now.
Yeah, always a burden on the retake here. Mixwell actually late in this lurk as well. Probably not going to be considered by F4Q. You can see already. Bunny opting to try and hold on to this operator. It's a big investment here. Well, we'll find 5k. Now Esperanza going to slip out garage door. Try and hold into his weapon as well.
Look at
Mixwell
Bunny.
push back through. Yeah, Bunny's actually coming back through to find Mixwell.
There it is. Well, they now know it's around. And Esperanza might have to play bodyguard
The
on
upgrade,
this.
actually, for Esperanza.
He's quite the good bodyguard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at least going to be safe for now. I'm looking to see if anyone can get close enough to deny it.
Well, the problem is here, we want to look to G2 to hold on to 3 people as a bare minimum from this round. Again, Kellogg's 2 away from the Blade Storm. Potential to maybe try and get it.
Heard a little
He's
bong.
boosted up, yeah.
There he is. And actually the walk down middle too. Athena, full faith in that window being watched and controlled and kept in hand. Otherwise, he's dead and buried and value lost. But Athena does slowly fall away from this, as Bunny begins to have that little bit of a look around the map. But G2 aren't in a hurry. Keep in mind, G2 are playing quite patiently. They're still going through the motions. They're still hitting their goals. Look at garage control being worked with. You see Cold Mentor trying to work towards that. Vova, not too far off, but, you know, a little bit of utility comes in as an answer just to make sure they keep track of that. And look how they're playing on C as well. I mean, B, not necessarily open for the taking, but you can see that kind of deeper hold from Athena on the backside of garage here. Long rotations if they have that mid lurk, and they do eventually take that A site.
Well, the problem being Bunny's still in position there with the operator, so G2 are looking to creep towards the site. You've got to be careful, actually. The timing might be disastrous here for F4Q because they're going to pull away.
Oh, it is
It's going to be wide open
timing
for the taking.
I mean, maybe they're just posturing for retake at this point. They're saying, well,
30 seconds.
this is our best bet here.
You see there, the flash now, yeah, nobody's going to peek out to this. They'll give it up for free.
Yeah, there it is. They'd already fallen back so deep. Maybe just feeling
Interesting.
a little more.
Mixwell actually has the lockdown available here. So, again, this is something I identified. The tools are available, right? If this starts to go a little wonky for G2, I don't want to see them kind of fearful of investment here because... there we go. I'll stop what I'm talking about.
And here's that crossfire, a nasty one at that, almost the kind of next evolution of it with that piece of the wall that just creates that nasty angle to work around from CT. And Bunny on the rifle now. Flash is good. Kellogg's great swing on it as well. Full faith. The follow-up not so ideal, but I do see a little bit of a hunt from Mixwell here. This is indeed huge. Does he manage to get the guns away?
But there's no surprises. Actually looking on the other side, I think Kellogg's now with the Blade Storm online, so an extra purchase effectively in hand here, but looking over on the side of F4Q, Sheriffs and nothing really to ride in terms of a lesser purchase in this round. Again, you look towards Esperanza and Bunny in terms of their ultimates here. Again, it's 3 people towards A side. G2, let's see.
Here we go.
Pushing up this way.
Yeah, Kellogg's is on the way. There's going to be one player with that rifle. It's Athena, and he really couldn't get much out of it in the end. See Esperanza trying his hand at it, and once again goes quite poorly in that regard, and they've taken the side control 5k. Is there anything you can grab from it? No. Wall's already up. Your only other teammate, Zumba, setting up towards heaven. But none of it looks likely. This is clean, at least thus far for G2. Let's see if it stays that way.
Just trying to get it over off the plant initially by a little bit of time, but again, 2 Sheriffs to fight in. Don't expect G2 to really be throwing their bodies on the line to make sure they find these kills. That's where we'll actually swing on to Zumba. 5k. Find anything else? And no, Cold Mentor.
Somber over there, didn't it? It was starting to get
it looked real
dreary.
sad.
Yeah, they'd had a bad day. But picking themselves back up, getting loud again. Good to see that. Part of me does miss seeing Avova on that Omen specifically, though. I love what he can do on this map. I mean, anyone who watched G2 come to this point, especially through the kind of rebuilding phase, was just like, oh my word. Yep. I mean, absolutely unbelievable. But it is a side take. Kellogg's going to lead the way here. Setting down the utility in place, looking a little blinded, a little flashed up. But 5k going to just barrel on right back in. And look how isolated, how far forward he was with no other layer to that. He was on his own.
It's exactly the sort of thing we've talked about, but Esperanza now with it all to do. Hunter's Fury available, so I think potentially he will back off. Mixwell Going to play very late on this lurk once again. And see if he can find any value this time around. Not going to be given any audio cues with F4Q getting all the way back into spawn. And Coldamenta will actually fall. Esperanza finds one before the hit even gets started.
Once again, G2 finding some real value here. Oh, oh lordy, things are getting a little dirty. Bunny! No way! Bunny just backhanded him in the face. Look at this guy!
That's actually crazy. I mean, you talk about going for clips, that's literally textbook. Right now, Mixwell finds himself in a 1v4. Cosmic Divide in the way. Turret's up and Zumba gonna
go, I guess, that next step up, right? That elevated level of play. You don't often see it, and it's fantastic to see him finding that room, showing that there is, you know, they are mortal, that you can somehow do it. Maybe Immortal Minds instead. But for now, 3-3.
Interesting reference.
Yeah, gotta do it. I already mentioned one, you know, let's go through it. No shrouded step that I could bank on, you know what I mean?
Coming down, yeah.
I'll do it all. Just, you know. Other gifted sub, what can I say? But look at this walk mid. What on earth has just happened?
Yeah, I'm not sure he's actually going to get popped on the back of this. Bunny actually finds one. Kellogg's will close the distance now, but look at this. Esperanza somehow slips away and still finds the kill on Mixwell.
Get out of it. Finding Mixwell like that, it looks like the teams are almost backwards the way they're playing right now. The spike's coming through CT. We've got Nuki holding the push back in from Zunba, who's still here after just losing Athena, but great peek on that. The speed in which he hits that. And now Coldamenta's been on 1 HP for longer than he can imagine. Not the best place to be living, especially when you're being shown out here, but it's great timing. He knew exactly that Evo would be pretty vulnerable. Kellogg's now around the flank. Coldamenta still on 1 HP, still able to do value. But what can Zumba do now? 1v2. Oh, this is gorgeous work. He's let one play. Oh, the timing, Coldamenta!
What's going to happen? And G2 time and time again, just they come up, they deal with the alarm bot, they pivot away, they create their own space. Now we've seen F4Q start to kind of toy with that on Haven at least. Maybe that's a little bit of confidence coming back in from map 2, but again, I want to see them kind of dig a little deeper, right? They're scratching the surface. Where's the value beyond that?
Oh. If any value comes from this round, that'd be wonderful for F4Q, but I can imagine this will be a G2 round.
Scout destroyed.
There is light armor behind this. It's not completely without...
It's not a full Shiko.
No, it's not a full Shiko. It's... We did say 4 and up, so it is a Shiko in essence, but then also the light armor. Do we then... Where do we draw the line?
So, for some teams, that's a full purchase. Sometimes, actually, roll it back a couple of months, that's a G2 full buy.
That is a G2. We could call that a G2 instead. How about that? Got to come up with branding. It's very important. For now, not finding much with it. They've been looking for those opportunities. None really to lean on toward, but it stays, you know, building towards this A piece. And there's Bunny. And there goes Bunny.
I was going to say Bunny potentially able to get himself into a position where he can make use of the showstopper, but before that's even a possibility. Again, now spike will be planted comfortably.
Spike planted.
Kellogg's still looking to progress forwards and stop any chance of this retake coming through. Finds his third on the round. The flash is perfect. He's going to keep charging. The fourth now. Kellogg's finding his feet here, and Zumba way away actually in G2 spawn here, just looking for an exit. I don't think he'll find one unless the Rover's feeling generous.
And again, I will always give credit to just nice, clean anti-ecos. Keeping it
on map 1.
Yep.
A lot of that was, you know, individual prowess, but...
excuse me.
Okay, talking about individual prowess.
Bunny just wants to see what their spawn looks like. Just wants to have a look at it.
I've got your train.
Oh, he's not able to get anything for this. Just fades away, doesn't even send it. And for now, Kellogg's knows exactly where he is. Can he survive in this? Look at the pressure the Seekers are coming in. He's really being noted here, but no one to really punish. But look at the space on the site. That is kind of being controlled right now. We do have the ult coming through, but Kellogg's is getting aggressive, and Bunny even checked that. He doubled down to have a little look just to make sure, and rightly so. Oh, the shot is so good! Bunny just beheading 2 on the cross back through. That dink in the first time was just incredible, and he's changed this round. What an impressive bit of play. Not even the aggression pushing down, but it's still Nuki, and Nuki's been found, so 1 remains, and it's only Mixwell.
He was set up to potentially thread his way through onto A site on the back of this pressure, but with the spike being lost, has to come back, try and recover this. Recon Bolt will not note his position, but as F4Q have a fairly decent idea. And we'll commit to just holding on to the spike. Now 30 seconds left. See if he can find a kill here. At least make this doable for himself. See, Esperanza actually tucked all the way up close, and there's a turret to actually spot out this close contact. He doesn't manage to escape away with it, actually. But 13 seconds now.
Yeah, I mean...
10 seconds left.
Oh, Esperanza easy now. Zumba can just kind of be close by. Mixwell. I can't start believing it. There it is. Zumba. Play towards heaven. Didn't give away the game early. Catches the round. So let's bunny that round. So initially, let's kind of talk through it. Initially, gets in the spawn with ult. Finds nothing.
This here, again, Bunny keeps hitting these rotations, man. Peeking something different every single round, doing something a little different. And you can keep causing problems.
You are divided.
Comes the divide. Say free passage towards C, but you can see Kellogg's forced into a weird spot here. This is very uncomfortable, but he's still alive and breathing. And you're right, they have no idea. They can't hear the steps. Information so limited. Kellogg's trying to sell something good here, and even catching that flash is going to help it out. They still think there's more here, and it's going to be that lean towards A. Who's on A? It's still going to be Bunny, I believe. And that's going to be the big picture in my mind, is what can Bunny do? He's playing so patiently. 2 players in front, he's going to see 1. First player spotted, dink, headshot down, but there's the secondary swing of over. Great work with the supports here. Cavalry's arrived, and once again, it is going to be the likes of Zumba, who was great last round, held his nerve late. Flash comes in, but good work from Avova. There's the trade-outs. Kellogg's has made it across, finally! And what a way to make his entrance.
Perfect. Again, Avova just has to buy some time for the flash to come through from Cold Demented. It's perfectly timed. Actually, Athena going to be spotted as well here. Last player noted. Has his turret, but again, G2 just need to play distance on this. No real reason to even risk taking this 2v1 on site. Athena, again, all this time being eaten up. He has to clear out all these close angles now. Swing through from help. Kellogg's going to take first contact, but Athena absolutely drops him. Coldamenta creeping, he has to check that defuse now, and actually, Coldamenta a little ahead of the curve, and we'll give that on a silver platter to Athena.
Couple of these rounds. Don't feel good.
I mean, I want to see it.
I really enjoy it, honestly. This is great for me. Yeah, this is funny.
Kellogg's now going to get the Blade Storm off the rip. Coldamenta going to retrieve the first orb, but looking like A might be the end goal, or at least split towards. I haven't seen G2 really pressure towards B, other than somebody tried to split through. It was a very weird, kind of disjointed round, but this time around, Zumba in position, this time in A link. Now, it's a little bit of an adjustment, because Bunny's playing much deeper in Garage, I think, without somebody playing close by. F4Q almost trying to bait G2 in here, and actually, look at that, Kellogg goes through with the right click, misses.
Frustrating, I'm sure, for him. Spike goes down. Can they still control this, though? There's going to be the KJ ult just ticking on down. 7 more seconds of spray to just clear the wall to try and give themselves some time to move. Bunny needs to make his exit for a couple of seconds. Get out of there, Athena. What a guy. What a teammate. And, oh no, what a death. Bunny's still alive. Oh, he's going to post it. Kellogg's just gets out, but only to be spotted by Zumba. It's still game on. Mixwell, Avova, where you at? You're in the sights of Bunny, who's read you like a book. And now Mixwell, called upon, the man of experience, and maybe, just maybe, the man of the hour.
Right.
They needed that, though, the mental reset after having so many tilters against you. This is just absolutely wild mental warfare, and Mixwell is loving it, he's feeling it, and he's taking it to him. They've got rifles out. This wasn't just an eco, this is a real deal round, but Zumba's gone around the back of him. What is going on?
5K now going to try and find something else. We'll spot Nuki. You can see here already, though, Avova's managed to get himself all the way on. Kellogg's has wrapped 5K inside Garage as well. C-site for the taking. Zumba and Esperanza left to try and recover this now, but Coldamenta should get a clean plant.
Quick action going to begin. Esperanza tries to get away, can't do it. Coldamenta grabs him by the heels. It's Zumba. And it's a 1v4. I mean, we've seen some strange things already happen. There's the flash and there's the spam. There's the headshot! out of it. All right. Jumping back into this now. keloqz is going to have a terrible surprise around that corner. Flash actually sets him into motion, does get out of there alive for a moment. That was a quick trade out on this.
So yeah, actually, Esperanza going to come back around, finds Coldamenta. Nuki will respond actually, but Avova unnoted for the time being. Now Mixwell tries to re-aggress through. A couple of players of F4Q down to very low HP, but Zumba finally comes through, shows his hand, and involve a lot around Coldamenta and keloqz to be that, you know, kind of proactive way to garner information. So, not necessarily in this one, but keloqz will walk. Avova as well heading through sewers. And again, F4Q happy to sit back. They're anticipating this. They're reading the situation perfectly. G2 going to try and find value off these lesser weapons.
Well, think about Bind. F4Q aren't, you know, too unhappy with patient play, with sitting as long as they need to deal with G2's maybe need for information or the fact that they want to push up and get a little aggressive. As for now, Flash really wasn't what you wanted. Avova does still find one cut. How did keloqz get that? Gets Athena? Okay, it's not quite over yet. Now let's look for the final two. Nuki and Mixwell, where are they? Okay, so hitting rotations towards A. Gonna hear sewer steps. That's gonna buy a little bit of time here. Mixwell able to deny this instantly, but also obviously showing he is here. Lovely combination from Nuki coming towards Bunny. And now 2v2 begins. This is still pretty dangerous, but problem on the site has been put out as now Nuki looking to just do the Batman, drops on down, hopes for the best, gets...
Okay, going to be the ones to try and open this round up, and Bunny once again on that judge. See if he can close the distance again. keloqz will open things up this time round though. Esperanza falls.
And keloqz has doubled down on this.
Oh, look at the damage up to 5k as well.
Turned it, yeah, he's turned that so well. There's going to be the deeper flash coming out from his buddy, but he's going to chase this down. And Bunny feeling a little hunted here.
Word.
Look at keloqz just unleashed. Giving away as Zumba's feeling just a little scared, a little alone, and a little out of it. He's got players everywhere. So few angles to fall back to.
Just the SMG to get something done here. The Nano Swarm going to bring him down to 34 HP. The threat imminent there. Mixwell actually going to be the one just as clean for G2.
Quick flash over towards Long. This is to try and take a little bit of a land grab for Bunny. To try and work forward with, but let's see if any of these moments can build. More of a Shiko than it was before. 3 lighter armors invested. And no over-aggressive play this time from G2. Don't want to play into the hands of the opponent and give them that chance. So this could be a longer, more drawn-out round. See if any opportunities present. You can see 5k now posting himself up. Maybe happy with that. See if they can get the attention elsewhere.
Trying to looking for a little damage through. Again, anticipating this push forward from G2. Coldamenta actually caught off guard there. We'll give away a weapon. Bomber C long. It will be retrieved as well.
I'm looking at 5k here, because he's going to be quick up towards A long, because he was already posted up that way. So I wonder if they're going to feel that this is going to be... I wonder if they're going to throw a fake or what. He's got 2 flashes. Mixwell didn't see it. Now he knows, and there was a player on shore anyway. Nuki's just sat there like...
Okay.
30 seconds left.
You're
Hello.
good. And now the fullback. Again, I think G2's got the timing right on this, so they're not going to be caught out with over-rotations.
Again, that Shock Dart going to clear out a lot of that Killjoy utility, so potential here for a hit and run on B site. keloqz actually caught off guard, but Avova, like you said, that flank comes through. 2 freebies for him.
Yeah, if the timing was different, if someone had considered it, maybe there was a chance they could have done some more. G2, though, getting back into this now, furthering that lead just a touch. But F4Q aren't far back from it, and again, that was just a couple of sheriffs, bit of lineup.
Utility, it was initially planted outside B, but... All retrieved, and there you go. Lockdown available for them. I think he's going to be left solo now. You can see Nuki placed the wall there. Alarm bot in sewers, so this is when we'd expect G2 to at least greet this execution.
And here it goes. Bunny going to lead on him. There's with the divide. Great work from Bunny. Just gap closing. Avova had no idea someone could be that far up that fast. And again, this punishment is going to start hurting here. Goldamenta has to respect part of this. Bunny still looking to try and further aggress as they're gonna have to fall off for now.
I've got your trail.
And Zumba actually catching Kellogg's, but interesting trade.
Yeah, it comes through. Zumba will get wallbang, but F4Q had to reset towards long. The plant in the open here, lots for G2 to kind of overcome, at least. Well, actually, the Nano Swarm actually stopping the push from Goldamenta, but F4Q are peaking this. Nuki's found 4 kills somewhere along the way. 5K, last man standing, and planted for him. Finds the first. He's sticking it.
No, he's come off it. He just got it halfway, 8 HP. 5K has to play this perfectly. He's just going to dip back in. He's baited him out. Nuki, have you got enough time? I don't know if you do. It's down to the wire.
No way.
On their shoulders, but they've proven here they are absolutely to be considered. Oh my god, Bunny, are you serious? That was like a horror. Look at him, just flies in. Just a beast in the sewer. Just.
You want to fight it?
Again, without a jet, seeing somebody this effectively close the gap in the early round here. Kellogg's actually misses the first, but finds the second, at least with the Blade Storm. He's up in no man's land there.
Where is Bunny?
Finally shuts him down. Bunny's still alive and kicking. How is this still going in F4Q's favor?
I don't know. This is madness. The pace at which Bunny plays is just twice the speed of everyone else, and then everyone's kind of piled in from the backside, and G2 are baffled. Apart from Mixwell, the last two alive. How has it happened?
And this is on the back. I'm pretty sure Bunny with a Judge, and there was one other rifle purchased and a Spectre.
Okay, can G2 recover? Big question. I'm not feeling it's likely. Bunny doesn't even have any armor left. He's just been torn apart. There it is, 5K to close it down.
I mean, Bunny even accredited him as the carry, right? The rock of this team.
Yep.
Kellogg's again in the early round looking to explore mid. Forced away by the flash of 5K at least. And they're happy to sit now. G2 try and force their way through this once again. The turret ringing off. Nobody pushed down just yet. And F4Q unfazed initially.
So a good few on the trot though for G2. I'm going to take a little bit of the Bunnyism to come out, but I guess it has tamed the money. This is going to be what? It should be 9 to 10, and then we'll see.
I mean, let's G2 pull out an F4Q eco.
Bloody hell, they might. Truly at this point. We've got light armor, some heavy actually. It's not like they've come into this by any means in a weak manner. Kellogg's is facing this with the turret, and you can see as to why Athena's going to be found because of that. And then the further aggress, he's actually pushing down towards this one. That's a problem though. Has to do some damage within that 1 or 2 second given. Now the Seeker's come out as well, invested. Gives away the game towards long, and he knows his presence around towards short on sewer. Mixwell does find 5K, and we can still game on. Mixwell is pushing it, and why not? He knows his damage on the walking wounded, the bleeding by the wayside. I thought he had it on the way through, but no, it's Bunny and Zumba just fighting on back. 10 seconds. Where is the spike? It does not matter.
Way.
Back to back.
For the Judge. Actually, a better purchase than I was anticipating here, but this is G2 knocking on the door of map and series point here.
Yeah, but look who it is. And I think Goldamenta seems more than aware, sitting a little deeper than maybe he would normally. You have to start respecting the style the man brings and keeping it maybe in the back of your minds as Kellogg's wants to keep him at distance, keep him at arm's length. No need to get involved. He's got an AWP. He can sit here happily. Bunny now has to give away the game. He's kind of locked to this. Kellogg's can keep him. The man's got moves, all right? The man has moves, and I love to see it. Now, where did F4Q take this, though? They're looking for options, and they've actually managed to maintain all 5 alive. A little bit of utility to play with. Where do they now go?
I mean, they've achieved nothing. We're under 60 seconds now. Esperanza has to find something, but Avova has pushed all the way down C long here, and I think noted one player, but F4Q again freeze. We're anticipating G2 to push forward a little bit. Spot one finds the headshot as well. Oof.
Looking a little stylish now. And here comes Bunny, trying to do something. 28 seconds in a dream. He's going to be shut down this time. Nuki's there. That's who we want to. The bouncer says, no, it's too late, boys. Go home. You're not coming in. And now Zumba, the last one standing. Looks like 12 will be on the board unless Zumba does something unthinkable. It's not going to happen. Oh, yeah, it definitely is there. He's just like smearing his face against it. I mean, it's the last round. It's time It's do or die time for F4Q, at least in their opening foray here. In the first glimpse we got to see, in G2 needing to get across the line because there's danger on that other side. And I mean, they were looking towards the top of this group, trying to best those who hold the trophy, the crown. They're done with a clean game here, and you were right to question that economy, Hypoc. It's not looking good.
No, it's the one rifle in the hands of Zumba, who's been fantastic for F4Q today as well. There's a side story at least. This time, G2, I guess reading exactly that, right? They know that there's going to be a judge. It's a buy round for Bunny at least, but everything else, they're going to try and completely mitigate this risk early on. Athena, where's the lockdown?
Okay.
Just outside B. Nuki going to throw a slow, try and back away here.
Got your trail.
Seeker's popped as well to follow up on this, so F4Q looking to at least get a good grip on B site now. Only one player in mid, and Zumba actually goes hunting. That's the only rifle available for F4Q, and it's removed by Kellogg's.
It's all going a bit pear-shaped here. The flash going to catch as well, but he does make it away for free, but the clock is starting to tick. Now, does Bunny do something with this? One gun is far more favourable here, and it will be the judge. The big spot from Bunny in the big follow-up, but look at the reply. It's Nuki Coldamenta in combination. 5K's gone, and it's G2 doing exactly what was required of them, pulling it together to get over that final hurdle and dealing with all of those problems that are starting to...